गुरुरेव गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सह अस्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोर्मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो. Ram Ram Ram. So in the previous class we had started with a new lesson which was Pramodante Sundarakanda. So kati shlokaः पूरिताः?
Till fourth one.
Yeah. So you have completed 4 shlokas. So any doubts in the 4 shlokas?
No doubt, Anna.
Okay. So we will continue with the 5th shloka. The same format will follow. I will read the shloka. We will discuss Sandhi, Padaparichaya, meanings, and Vayartha, and we'll go to the next one. Padapam kanchidaruhya tatpalashaiः susamvritah आस्ते स्म मारुतिस्तत्र सीतेयमिति तर्कयन्. Sandhis?
Kashchit plus Aruhya.
Kanchit plus Aruhya.
Yeah.
Kanchit, yeah. Kanchit plus Aruhya.
Which Sandhi is it?
Just for Sandhi.
Okay, very good. Then?
Marutihi tatra visarga sakara desha.
Very good. Next.
Sita plus Ayam plus Iti.
Sita plus Iyam plus Iti.
Iyam. Sita
Yes.
plus Iyam plus Iti.
With Sandhis.
Guna Sandhi.
And?
Savarna Yam plus the Savarna Dirgha Sandhi.
Which one?
Ayam plus Iti. Ayam Iti.
It's Anuswara Sandhi or just joining of 2 words?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Correct. So it is Padapam Kanchit Aruhya Tat. Actually, Tat Palashehi is again just joining of 2 words. So it is Tat plus Palashehi. So Tat Palashehi Susamvritah Aste Sma Marutihi Tatra Sita Iyam Iti Tarkayan. Padapam. Antalinga Vibhakti Vachana? Or what is it similar to?
It's similar to Pushpam.
It is similar to Ramam. Pushpam is similar to
Ramam.
Yeah.
Pullinga Shabda.
Very good. Padapah is the word. Padapam is Ramam. Dvitiya Eka. Kanchit is an abhyaya. Aruhya.
Having climbed.
So what is the speciality of this word? Vyakarana Vishesha of this?
Anna, it's an Avyaya.
Correct. What type of an avyaya is it?
Lyabanta.
Very good. Lyabanta.
Lebantavyayam.
Okay. So what is the role for Lyabanta avyaya? What should you have?
Yeah, Lyap.
It should have a visarga.
It should have an upasarga. It should have an upasarga.
Upasarga.
Yeah. So here Aruhya. A is the upasarga. Ruh is the dhatu. So if you take again, as I've told you, upasargas can have different meanings. So when we come to the meaning, we'll discuss what is Aruhya and if that upasarga is doing any changes to the main dhatu. So Aruhya is Lyabantavyayam for now. Tat is Tatyetani, Tatyetani. Palashaihi is similar to
Ramahi.
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 Tritiya Bahu, Ramaihi. Susamvritaha. What is the Kriya Pada? What is the Pada Parishaya for Samvritaha? Susamvritaha.
No, is it similar to Rama?
Sorry.
Su upasarga.
Su is the upasarga. Very good. Samvritaha.
Is it like Rama?
It's correct. It's similar to Rama, but the only thing is it is Kta Pratyaya. So Susamvritaha is Kta Pratyaya Pullinga Pada. Aste.
Okay.
Aste. What is it? So again, Aste is a new word for you. It's not even Asti. It's not any other. It is probability denoting Lakara. Okay, it's Aste is. We'll come to the meaning when we talk about it. So it's not a normal Lakara that you come. Aste. Okay. Sma. Again, Sma is an avyaya. Aste, Sma together will form one particular group. When we come to the meaning, we'll discuss what that is. Marutihi is similar to which one?
Ramah. Harihi. Sir.
Harihi.
Harihi.
Ikaranta shabdah.
Harihi, Kavihi, etc. Tatra is an avyayam. Sita is, again, it's either Sita, Rama, Lata, all those are same. So Sita is Akaranta Strilinga. Iyam.
Iyam mimau ime.
Very
Imam
good. Strilinga Shabda for Idam Shabda. Idam Shabda.
Idam shabdah.
Strilinga Rupa. Prathama Eka. Iti is an avyaya. Tarkayan.
Shatra Pratyaya.
Very good. Tarkayan is Shatru Pratyaya. Tarkayati is the word. When you add Tarkayan, when you add Shatru Pratyaya, it will become Tarkayan. Which linga form is it? Pullinga. Very good.
Pullingam.
It is Pullinga.
Pullingam.
Yeah. Pathan, Pathanti, Pathat. Pathan is Pullinga. Pathanti is Strilinga. Pathat is for Navamsakalinga. Hence, Tarkayan is Pullinga. Okay. Now, coming to the individual word meaning. Padapa. Padapam is what?
Padapam is
Footwear.
Tree.
Tree. Very good.
Tree.
Padapam,
Tree.
tree. Dvitiya vibhakti. So, Maravannu. Padapam is Maravannu. Dvitiya vibhakti. Kanchit some. Aruhya. Now we'll come to Aruhya. Ruha is the dhatu. So rohate is the actual dhatu. Rohate is to grow. So rohate is padapaha rohate, sasyaha rohate, shishuhu rohate. So all if your rohate is used for growing or developing. But when you add the upasarga a, it will totally change the meaning. Arohate, arohati. So rohate is a parasmepadi, but arohati becomes atmane. Rohate is atmanepadi. When you add the upasarga a, it will become arohati, which will become a parasmepadi dhatu. First change. Second change, the meaning also changes. So rohati is to grow. Arohati is to climb. Arohati is to climb. So when you add the lyavanta, it will become aruhya, having climbed. Hatti. Tat. That. Palashaihi. So palasha, what does palasha mean?
Fruit.
Palasha is leaves. Phala is fruit. Palasha is leaves. Palashaihi, by the leaves. Yelegadinda. So samvritaha. Samvritaha is covered or encapsulated. So covered in always. Suttuvarida. Samvritaha is covered. Astesma. Astesma is idda. It is like showing a probability. Idda. Astesma. Idda. He was there. Maruti, the son of Marut. Marut is wind. Maruti is the son of
Hanuman.
Hanuman. Very good. Tatra, there, alli. Sita, iyam. Ivalu. Iyam, this is, or in Kannada it is iyam, ivalu. Iti, anta. So, tarkayan. So, tarkayan is, tarkayati is to think or to ponder or to question yourself. So, tarkayan, chinti sutta, tarki sutta, thinking, analyzing. So, that is tarkayan. So, what has happened till now? So, we have seen Hanuman has crossed the ocean. He has, met Mainaka, Surasa, Simhika. He has encountered all of them. He has landed on the bank of Lanka. He has killed Lankini and he has entered into Ravana's Lanka. There, as he's searching for Sita, he finds Ravana who is sleeping in his palace. There, he again, in the palace, he searches for Sita, but he does not find. So he starts going from one place to another. And in the process, he reaches Ashokavana. There, he sees Sita. Again, the thing is, the shloka saying that Khinnam Sitam Dadarsha Saha. He saw a grieving Sita. But again, does Hanuman know Sita? Because there was, in the times of Mahabharata, Ramayana, you did not have something called photographs. All you had was paintings. But in a painting, you can have the painting to be different from the actual person. So there is no way that Hanuman, and the two, in the Vanavasa, surely Rama was not carrying a painting of Sita. So there was no way to tell Hanuman how Sita looked. So it was all just Hanuman's intelligence and intuition of how Sita might look. And it was the major challenge for any of the Vanaras who went in search of Sita to first understand or to first know who is Sita. They were given descriptions that Sita wore. Probably they would have given some clues. So she was wearing a barked garment. That's that sannyasi dress. She was wearing this type of ornament. So that was probably the only clues that were given. And it was totally up to the Vanaras to find out if someone who matches those clues is actually Sita or no. So they had to find out that. So Here, the shloka is telling that he saw Sita, because the Kavi wants to tell us that he saw some lady, but that lady is Sita, the Kavi is telling. But Hanuman does not know if it is Sita or not. So that is what is told in the next shloka. So he entered Ashokavana, he has seen some lady, the Kavi and we know that it is Sita, but Hanuman does not know. What does he do next is told in the shloka. Padapam kanchit aruhya, having climbed some tree, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಮರವನ್ನು ಹತ್ತಿ, ಮಾರುತಿ ಹನುಮಂತನು, ತತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ತತ್ ಪಲಾಶೈಹಿ ಸುಸಂವೃತಃ, ಆ ಎಲೆಗಳಿಂದ ಸುತ್ತುವರಿದ, being covered by the leaves or the foliage of that tree, ಇಯಂ ಸೀತಾ ಇತಿ ತರ್ಕಯನ್ ಆಸ್ತೆ ಸ್ಮ, ಇವಳು ಈಕೆಯೇ ಸೀತೆ ಎಂದು ತರ್ಕಿಸುತ್ತಾ, this must be Sita, pondering that this must be Sita, ಆಸ್ತೆ ಸ್ಮ, he was there. So this is now, of course, he again, it is just because Hanuman's greatness that he immediately, having seen some lady crying, he was able to at least draw some basic conclusion that it could be Sita. That is, having climbed some tree and being covered by its leaves or foliage, Hanuman sat there pondering that this must be Sita. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಮರವನ್ನು ಹತ್ತಿ ಅದರ ಎಲೆಗಳಿಂದ ಆವರಿಸಲ್ಪಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತು ಆತನು ಈಕೆಯೇ ಸೀತೆ ಇರಬಹುದು ಎಂದು ಚಿಂತಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದನು. ತರ್ಕಯನ್ ಆಸ್ತೆ ಸ್ಮ, ಚಿಂತಿಸುತ್ತಾ, ಅಗೇನ್ ತರ್ಕಯನ್ ಶತ್ರು ಪ್ರತ್ಯಯ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್, ಸೊ ಪಾಂಡರಿಂಗ್, ಚಿಂತಿಸುತ್ತಾ, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಶೋ ದಟ್. ತರ್ಕಯನ್ ಆಸ್ತೆ ಸ್ಮ, ಚಿಂತಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದನು. ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್ there is a separate Panini rule called sma, that is let's may. So when you add the word sma, that avyaya sma, the entire tense becomes past tense. So pathati is read, that is present tense. But if you add pathati sma, it will become past tense, read. So instead of using apathat or pathitavan, so that is either langlakara or the kridanta usage, you can add sma to the latlakara word to make it past tense. So aham pathami, that is I read. Aham pathitavan, I read. Aham apatham, I read. Aham pathati sma, I read. So all these three ways of using past tense. One is langlakara, one is tavatu or ta pratyaya for past tense, kridantas. Third one is by the addition of sma to the latlakara form. So aste sma, avanu alli idda, iddane alla, idda, he was there. Okay, so this is the meaning of the individual words, and the overall meaning is having climbed some tree and being covered by its leaves or foliage, Hanuman sat there thinking that this must be Sita. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮರವನ್ನು ಏರಿ ಅದರ ಎಲೆಗಳಿಂದ ಸುಸಂವೃತನಾಗಿ ಹನುಮಂತನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತು ಈಕೆಯೇ ಸೀತೆ ಇರಬಹುದು ಎಂದು ಚಿಂತಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದನು. Any doubts in this shloka?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you the Anvaya.
No doubt.
Yeah, I'll tell you the Anvaya Artha. Please note it down. Marutihi kanchit padapam aruhya tat palashaihi susamvritah iyam Sita iti tarkayan tatra aste sma. Marutihi kanchit padapam aruhya tat palashaihi susamvritah iyam Sita iti tarkayan tatra aste sma. Okay. Can someone again, like last time, can someone read the shloka?
Anna, can I read?
Let us give chance to some other people who have not been able to read. So any other person who wants to volunteer?
पादपं कञ्चिदारुह्य तत् पलाशैः सुसंवृतः आस्ते स्म
मारुतिः तत्र
सीतेयमिति तर्कयन्.
Very good. Okay, we'll go to the next shloka. रावणस्तु तथा भेत्य मैथिली मदनार्दितः भार्या भवममेत्येवं बहुधा समयाचत. Sandhis?
रावणः तु
Ravanastu, it's
which sandhi is it?
विसर्ग.
Which visarga?
Visarga Sakaradesha.
Very good. Visarga Sakaradesha sandhi. Very good. Ravanaha plus tu visarga Sakaradesha. Next.
तदा भेत्य
Which sandhi and how?
पूर्वरूप सन्धि.
Purvarupa Sandhi.
what is the splitting? How can you split it?
Anna, there is one more sandhi over there. Tada abhi etya. Tada abhi is purva rupa. Etya is etya is again yan sandhi.
Okay. So okay, we'll discuss it. Okay. Any other sandhis?
Mamityeva.
Mametyevam.
Mama plus ityevam.
Mami.
Mama plus iti plus evam.
Very good.
Mama plus iti plus evam.
Which sandhi is there?
Guna sandhi. Mama plus
Guna
iti.
sandhihi.
Mametya is guna sandhi.
Yeah.
Iti
And-
plus evam, ityevam is yan sandhi.
Very good. So
Guna sandhi plus yan sandhi.
mama plus iti plus evam. First is guna sandhi, second is yan sandhi. Okay. Now I will read out with the sandhis. Ravanaha plus tu, that is visarga sakara desha. Tada abhyetya, that is not a purva rupa sandhi, it is savana dirgha sandhi. Avagraha chinha, as I've told you repeatedly, avagraha chinha does not always mean it is purva rupa sandhi. It is also to add, instead of dvimatra kala, it is to add trimatra kala there. So it is not purva rupa sandhi. Avagraha chinha is just there. It is tada plus abhyetya savana dirgha sandhi. Abhyetya, as you told, it is actually yan sandhi, but there you have something else. You will discuss it in the pada parishaya. So for now it is tada plus abhyetya savana dirgha sandhi. Maithilim madanartitaha bharya bhava mametyevam mama iti evam bahudha samayachata. Now Ravanaha, it's similar to which one?
Ramaha.
Very good.
Ramaha.
Tu is an abhyaya. Tada is an abhyaya again. Abhyetya. What can you tell me about abhyetya?
Yeah.
Having.
Sorry.
Abhyetya.
It
Having.
is a lyab.
Sorry.
It is a lyaband.
Very good. It's a lyabantavya. Abhi is the upasarga there. Etya is your main word. So eti is the main word. Abhi is the upasarga. When you add it together, it will become abhyetya, which is a lyabantavya. Okay. Maithilim is similar to which one?
Nadi.
Nadim.
Nadhim.
Ikaranta strilinga dvitiya eka. Madanarditaha is similar to which one? Madanarditaha.
Rama Shabda.
Yeah,
Rama.
Madanarditaha is Rama Shabda.
Rama Shabda.
Yeah.
Ram.
Bharya is Rama. Sita. Yeah, Akaranta strilinga.
Rama.
Bhava. What can you tell me about Bhava?
It's an avyaya.
It is not an avyaya.
Bhaveyuhu.
Is
Good.
it the root of bhavati?
No. Bhavati is again, Bhavati is bhudhatu latlakara. Bhava is bhudhatu lotlakara madhyama purusha ekavachana. Bhavatu bhavatad bhavatam bhavantu. Bhava bhavatad bhavatam bhavata. Bhavani bhavava bhava.
Bhavani bhavava bhavama.
So lotlakara madhyama purusha ekavachanam is bhava. So that is bhava. Mama.
Mama is in
Mama mein it's dakaranta trilinga shabda.
Very good. Dakaranta
Shashti
trilingam.
Vibhakti.
Yes, asmat shabda, shashti vibhakti ekavachanam, mama. Mama eva. Eva is an again, sorry, mama iti evam. So mama is again, as you told, mama me avayohano asmakam naha. Iti is an avyayam, evam is an avyayam. Bahudha is also an avyayam. Bahudha will come to the meaning later. Samayachata. What
That's
can
an
you tell me
avyaya.
about Samayachata?
Is it similar to Rama Shabda?
No, I think someone got it there.
Sam plus ayachata.
Very good. Sam plus ayachata. So sam is the upasarga there. Ayachata is
Ayachata ayachetam ayachata.
yeah. It is alabhata. It is parasmatmane padi langlakara prathama purusha.
Langlakara atmanepadi.
Yeah, prathama purusha ekavachanam is ayachata. Very good. Now Ravana tu indeed or surely tada then aga abhyetya. Now Etya is to eti is to go or approach. Abhyetya is to again approach. So abhi, the upasarga here, is not doing any much of a change. Eti is to go, abhyetya is to approach. So abhyetya, having approached. Maithilim. So who is Maithili?
Mithila,
It's
Mithila's daughter, I think.
Yeah. So the princess of Mithila Puri. Mithila is the name of the capital of Janaka. So the queen or the princess born.
Sita.
Yeah. So the princess born to the city of Mithila is called Maithili. So Maithilim, Sitayannu, to Sita. Madanarditaha. What is Madana? Who is Madana?
Manmata.
Manmatha. Very good. Madana is Manmatha. That is the god of love, also called Kamadeva. Arditaha. So Madanarditaha, the entire meaning is the person inflicted with Madana. That is one who was infatuated, one who is in love. That is Madanarditaha. Bharya is, what is the meaning of Bharya?
Wife.
Wife.
Bhava, be. So bhavatu bhavatat bhavatam bhavantu, that is be, to be or let it be. So bhava, you be. Mama, my. Iti, hence. Evam, so. Bahudha, bahudha is a lot. Bahudha is too much or a lot. Samayachata, ayachat is to ask. Samayachat is to plead. Ayachat is to ask. Samayachat is to plead. So the entire meaning now is, so now Hanuman is sitting on a tree. He is still thinking, what, should I approach? Is this Sita? Should I talk? He does not know, because it's, first of all, it's the land of demons. And secondly, he does not know the place. Nor does he know if, for sure if that is Sita or not. So he's just sitting there. In the meantime, what happens? Ravana tada abhyetya. Ravana at that point of time then abhyetya, approached, having approached. Ravananu aga Maithilim abhyetya, Maithiliyannu seri or Maithiliyannu bheti madi, abhyetya, having approached Sita. Madanarditaha Ravanaha, that too. What type of Ravana is he? Madanarditaha Ravanaha, infatuated Ravana.
All in love.
Yeah, so infatuated, or the person Ravana who was in love with Sita. So Madanarditaha Ravanaha tada Maithilim abhyetya. ಮದನದಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿದ್ದ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೇಮದಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿದ್ದ ಆ ರಾವಣನು ಆಗ ಸೀತೆಯನ್ನು ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿ, ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಚುಯೇಟೆಡ್ ರಾವಣ who having approached Sita, mama bharya bhava, be my wife. Mama bharya bhava, be my wife. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿಯಾಗು, ನನ್ನ ಮಡದಿಯಾಗು. ಇತಿ ಏವಂ ಬಹುಧಾ ಸಮಯಾಚತ. In this way, be my wife. In this way, he pleaded her a lot. Bahudha samayachata. He pleaded her a lot. ಹೀಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಡದಿಯಾಗು ಎಂದು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಲಿ ಬೇಡಿಕೊಂಡ, ಕೇಳಿಕೊಂಡ. So the meaning of this shloka is, in the meantime, tada, in the meantime, Ravana, who was infatuated by Sita, approached her and pleaded her several times to be his wife. Aga Ravana, ಪ್ರೇಮದಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿದ್ದ ಆ ರಾವಣನು ಜಾನಕಿಯನ್ನು, ಸೀತೆಯನ್ನು ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿಯಾಗು ಎಂದು ಬಹುಸಲ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಂಡ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್. ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಅನ್ವಯಾರ್ಥ. ಮದನಾರ್ಧಿತಃ ರಾವಣಃ ತು ತದಾ ಮೈಥಿಲೀಂ ಅಭ್ಯೇತ್ಯ, or you can write it as tada. So because you have to show the continuation. So Hanuman is sitting, tada, in the meantime, tada madanarditaha ravanah tu maithilim abhyetya. Tada madanarditaha ravanah maithilim abhyetya mama bharya bhava iti evam bahudha samayachata. Tada madanarditaha ravanah maithilim abhyetya mama bharya bhava iti evam bahudha samayachata. Any doubts in this shloka?
No.
Okay. Can someone read again?
Anna, can I read?
Can I read?
Yeah. Anupama, yeah, please, you can read. Rohan, Ananya, yeah.
Ravanastu tadabhyetya maithilim madanarditaha bharya bhavamametyevam Bahudha samayachata.
Very good. We'll go to the next shloka. Rohan and Ananya, sorry, but you have been very, you have been reading it a lot. So let us give others also a chance. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So 7th shloka, we'll start. Aham tvadanuganasyam ityesha tam nirakarot kama manyuparitatma ravanotha griham yayau. Sandhis.
Aham tvadanugam tvat anuga jashtu sandhi.
Very good. Tvat anuga jashtva sandhi. Very good.
Iti esha end sandhi. Iti
Very good. Iti plus esha end sandhi. Next.
nira akarot
Savarna dirgha sandhi.
No, nirakarot is, it is actually, that's what, it is not a sandhi there. We'll come to how nirakarot is not a sandhi there. Yeah, next.
Kama manyu paritatma.
How will you split it?
Ravanotha is Purva Rupa Sandhi. Ravanaha Atha and Visarga Ukaradesha Sandhi.
Very good. Ravanaha plus atha. First it is Visarga Ukaradesha, Ravano plus atha. Then it is Purva Rupa Sandhi, Ravanotha. Very good. Visarga Ukaradesha followed by Purva Rupa. Any other? Okay. So I will read it with the sandhis. Aham tvat anuga, that is again jashtva sandhi, na syam iti esha yend sandhi tam nirakarot. So we'll keep nirakarot as a single word. Kama manyuparita atma. Again, you usually use it as a single word, but if you want to split it, it is kama manyuparita plus atma, savarna dirgha sandhi, ravanaha plus atha, visarga ukaradesha, then purva rupa, griham yayau. Very good. Aham avam vayam. Tvat. Who can tell me this? Tvat. Does anyone know?
Taute tam tautanti.
Yeah. So what is the
Panchami vibhakti.
is it? Sorry,
Pratama vibhakti. Panchami ekavachana.
Tvam yuvam yuyam tvam tva yuvam vam mishman vah tvaya yuvabhyam mishmabhi tubhyam te yuvabhyam vam mishmabhyam vah tvat. So it is panchami vibhakti.
Ekavachana.
Panchami vibhakti ekavachana. Tvat is panchami. Yeah, panchami eka. Anuga is similar to which one? Sorry? Rama or Sita. It is akaranta strilinga. Yeah. Na is an avyaya. Syam. Who can tell me Syam?
Nadim.
No.
Syat Syatam Sihu.
Very good. Syat Syatam Sihu. Syaha Syatam Syata. Syam Syava Syama. It is Vidhiling Lakara of Asdhatu. Vidhiling Lakara of Asdhatu is Syam. Uttama Purusha Ekavachana. Syam. Iti is an avyaya. Esha. Etat Shabda. Strilinga. Prathama Eka. Esha. Esha ete etaha. Etat Shabda. Tam. Saha taute tam tautan. Or tatteta. Sorry. Yeah, tattetani you don't have. So yeah. It is saha taute tam tautan. Tad Shabda. Pullinga. Dvitiya Eka. Satetaha. But where will you get tam? It is saha taute only. It is tad Shabda. Pullinga. Dvitiya Eka. Nirakarot. Now we come to nirakarot. Now, can someone identify this?
Nir upasarga.
Very good.
Langlakara Pratama Purusha Ekavachana.
Very good.
Akarot.
Yeah, akarot. Nir plus akarot. Nir is the upasarga there. Akarot is, as we know, langlakara, prathama purusha ekvachana. Akarot, akurutam, akurvan. So that is, so nir akarot. We'll come to how the meaning will change. But for now, nirakarot is langlakara, prathama purusha ekvachana. Kama manyuparitatma. What is it similar to which one?
Rama.
Is it Rama? It is not Rama. The answer is in the second word, Atma.
प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम of आत्मा आत्मा.
Correct. It is Atmanya Shabda. Nakaranta Napumsakalinga Atman Shabda.
Atma, Atmanau, Atman.
Atmanaha. Very good. So in that, it is Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachana Atma. Kama Manyuparita. So that is just a prefix, it is just an adjective. But the entire thing, Kama Manyuparita Atma is still Atman Shabda, similar to Atman Shabda. Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam Atma. Ravanaha is similar to Ramaha. Atha is an avyayam. Graham. Graham is again similar to Phalam. It can either be Prathama Eka or Dvitiya Eka, but it is Graham. Graham, Grihe, Grahani. Yayau. Yayau. Again, this is probably a very new lakara to you. Like how we have in the previous shlokas. Yayau is also lit lakara. So it is given in the back of your book, Yayau. So it is lit lakara, Prathama Purusha Ekavachana. Yayau, Yayotuhu, Yayuhu, Yayitha, Yayotuhu, Yayau, Yaya, Yayau, Yayiva, Yayima. So that is lit lakara, Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam is Yayau. It is actually Yadhatu. Yadhatu, that is to go in that lit lakara. Now we'll come to the individual meaning. Aham, I. Tvat, your. Anuga. What does Anuga mean? Does anyone know what is the meaning of Anuga?
Anuga is to refuse, is it?
No. Anuga means wife. It is similar to Bharya. Anuga is actually, a short form of Anugamini. So Anugamini is also the, Samanarthaka pada for Bharya. Anuga is a short way of telling the Anugamini. So Anuga. So as you know, Anuga, ga is the word ga is used to show going. So Anuga is someone who is going along. Sahagamini, Anugamini, all these mean someone who is going along. So that always means either the husband or the wife, usually told for the wife. So Anuga is again someone who is going along with a man, which is nothing but a wife. So Anugamini. That is the short way of telling Anuga, which is Bharya. Na, not. Syam, will not be. So it is again, since we are talking about Vizhiling Lakara, I will not be. It is forced word. So it is, she is showing some pressure on the word. So Syam. Iti, hence, Esha. That is she. Who is the she here? Maithili. That is Sita. Tam Nirakarot. So Tam, who is the Tam here? Avanannu. So I'll tell you the Kannada meaning. Nanu, aham, tvadanuga nasyam. Ninna madadi aguvudilla. Hige, avanannu nirakarot. So we'll know who is the Tam referring to here?
Ravana.
Ravana, avanannu. So here that avanannu implies Ravananannu. So nirakarot. We'll come to nirakarot. Akarot, as you know, is madida or done. So akarot is a past tense form. When you add the word nirakarot will become reject. Akarot is to do or something that is done past tense. Nirakarot is reject. So I will not be your wife. In this way, she rejected him. Nanu ninna madadiyaguvudilla. Hige avanannu tiraskarisidadu. Nirakarot, tiraskarisidadu. Kamamanyu paritatma Ravanaha atha griham yayau. Atha, hence, since she told that I will not be your wife, atha, hence, Kama Manyuparita Atma. So the soul, Atma is nothing but soul or a person. So Atma can mean a person or the soul. So the person, that is Ravana. Kama Manyuparita Atma Ravanaha. Ravana, who was filled with desire or who was filled with lust. That Ravana, Griham Yayau, he went home. I will not be your wife. In this way, she rejected him. Iti Esha. In this way, she rejected him. Ravana, who was filled with lust, hence went back home. Nanu ninna madadiyaguvudilla. Hige avalu avanannu tiraskarisidadu. Kamadinda ಕೂಡಿದ ಆ ರಾವಣನು ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟ, ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದ. So this is the meaning. I will tell you the Anvayartha. Please note it down. Aham tvat anuga nasyam iti esha tam nirakarot. Atha kamamanyuparitatma Ravanaha griham yayo. So the shloka itself is in the prose order except for the atha. So atha is just bring it before kamamanyu paridatma. So aham tvat anuga nasyam iti esha tam nirakarot. Kamamanyu paritatma atha kamamanyu paritatma ravanaha griham yayo. Any doubts in this shloka?
Anna, can you tell the Anvaya?
Yeah, so it's everything is the same. Aham tvat anuga na syam iti esha tam nirakarot अथ काममन्युपरीतात्मा रावणः गृहं ययौ.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, can someone read? Who wants to volunteer?
Can I? Anna?
Who is asking?
Shubha here.
Yeah, please.
अहं त्वदनुगानस्याम् इत्येषां तं निराकरोत् काममन्युपरीतात्मा रावणो
अथ
अतः गृहं
ययौ.
ययौ.
Okay, so we'll go into the next shloka. 8th shloka. गते तु रावणे सीतां प्रलपन्तीं समारुतिः उक्त्वा रामस्य वृत्तान्तं प्रददौ चाङ्गुलीयकम्. Sandhis.
Samadaya.
Sorry?
Samadaya.
We are in the 8th shloka.
Cha plus anguliyakam.
Very good. So cha plus anguliyakam savarna dirgha sandhi. Yeah, there are no other sandhis here. Gate tu ravane sitam pralapantim. Yeah, we missed one of this thing. Saha plus marutihi visarga lopa sandhi. So saha marutihi uktva ramasya vrittantam pradadau cha anguliyakam. Gate. Who can identify this gate?
Gate is going.
Can you tell me the particular, grammatical point on this? So gate is kta pratyaya pullinga saptami eka. Gataha similar to gataha gata gatam. Pullinga strilinga napumsakalinga of gam dhatu kta pratyaya. In gataha, that is pullinga, which is similar to ramaha, saptami is gate. So gate is kta pratyaya pullinga rupa saptami vibhakti ekavachanam. Tu is an avyaya. Ravane?
Rame.
So gate ravane both are similar to rame. Only thing is ravana is, as you know, it's just a proper noun, but gate comes from gam dhatu kta pratyaya pullinga form. Sitam is Sitam itself, Rama. Pralapantim. Who can give me the grammatical point on this? Pralapantim.
Nadim, is it? Nadim.
Like Lakshmi.
Okay, correct. It is similar to Nadim. Correct. Can you tell me the grammatical point behind this? So
Sitam and Pralapantim, they are both in the same Purusha and Vachana, I think.
very good. So what does it tell you about Pralapantim? It's the same, not Purusha Vachana, it's the same Vibhakti Vachana. Yes. Excellent. Pralapantim is Shatra Pratyaya for Strilinga. So Patan, Patanti, Pathat. So Pralapan, Pralapanti, Pralapat. Strilinga is similar to Nadi Shabda. Hence Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachana is Pralapantim. Pralapanti is Shatra Pratyaya Strilinga form. Since we are describing Sitam, so Sitam, as you can see, it is Strilinga, Dvitiya, Eka. Hence, Pralapanti should also take up Strilinga, Dvitiya, Eka, which is Pralapantim. Saha taute. Maratihi, as we have discussed, Kavihi, Munihi, anything. uktva.
Tva pratyaya.
Very good. Ktva pratyaya. It's a tvantavya. It's a tvantavya. Ramasya itself. Vrittantam. Is it phalam? Is it ramam? Or is it something else?
It is phalam,
It is
vrittantam.
ramam. Because
Ramam.
vrittantah is the base word. Ramaha. Vrittantam is similar to ramam. Pradadau. Again, pradadau is a different type of lakara that you have not read. It is lit lakara. So, pra is the upasarga there. Dadau. It's again, dadau is also given at the back of your book. Dadau, dadatuhu, daduhu, daditha, dadatuhu, dada, dadau, dadiva, dadima. So that is lit lakara of dadhatu, to give. So this is the lit lakara, which is the past tense. Cha is anaviya, anguliyekam. Is it phalam, ramam, or something else?
It is neuter gender. I mean,
Yeah,
phalam,
that is phalam. Very good. Anguliyakam is phalam. Very good. Now, gate tu ravane. Okay, we'll come to the individual word meanings. Gate. So, gataha, as we know, having gone. That is the past participle form. Gate. On having gone. That is the saptami vibhakti. Avanu hod. Avaninda hogalpattitu. Kannadadalli. Avaninda hogalpattalli. On having gone to Ravane. So, Ravana having gone. That is the entire meaning. After Ravana left is the meaning. But again, this is a special type of sentence formation called Sari Saptami Prayoga. This will be there in Turiya. But as of now, we'll just go into the meaning of this. So, Gatetu Ravane. So, that meaning is after Ravana left. Kannadadalli inna chanaga gottagatte. Ravananu horatalli. Ravananu horatalli. Sitam, Pralapantim Sitam, Saha Marutihi. So, Pralapantim, since it is Shatru Pratyaya, Pralapanti is crying or grieving. So, crying Sitam. Aluttidda Sitayannu Saha Marutihi. A Marutiyu. Ramasya Vrittantam Uktva. Ramasya Ramana Vrittanta story. So, she only knows till Sita knows only Ramana up till what Ravana kidnapped her. She does not know what is happening with Rama. So, Hanuman tells the story till now of how Rama is, what is happening with Rama after she was kidnapped by Ravana. So, Vrittanta is the story or the history. So, Ramasya Vrittantam Uktva. Ramana Vrittantavannu Heli, having told Rama's journey till then. Anguliyakam cha pradadau. Dadau is give, pradadau is to hand over. Anguliyakam, ungura, ring, anguliyakam cha pradadau. He gave or he handed over the ring. Avanu anguliyaka, unguravannu kottanu. Ravananu horatalli. Aluttidda Sitayannu kuritu. ಆ ಹನುಮಂತನು ರಾಮನ ವೃತ್ತಾಂತವನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂಗುಲಿಯಕ ಉಂಗುರವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟನು. After Ravana left, that Hanuman narrated the entire Rama's journey till then to Sita, to the weeping Sita, Pralapantim Sita, to the weeping Sita, and handed over the ring to her. So in this you have Kta Pratyaya, that too used in a different vibhakti, Saptami vibhakti. Pralapantim, Shatru Pratyaya in Strilinga, again in Dvitiya vibhakti. Then you have Uktva, which is Tva Pratyaya. So you have so many Pratyayas coming in the same shloka. I think similarly we had in the previous class also, we had one shloka which had so many Pratyayas. That is why Kritantas are very important. You have to learn them. So I'll tell you the Anvayartha for this. Gatetu Ravane Saha Marutihi Pralapantim Sitam Ramasya Vrittantam Uktva Anguliyakam cha pradadau. Gatetu Ravane Saha Marutihi Pralapantim Sitam Ramasya Vrittantam Uktva Anguliyakam cha pradadau. ರಾಮನು ಹೊರಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಹನುಮಂತನು ಅಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಸೀತೆಯನ್ನು ಕುರಿತು ರಾಮನ ವೃತ್ತಾಂತವನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ಉಂಗುರವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟ. After Ravana left, that Hanuman narrated the entire Rama's journey till then to the weeping Sita and handed over the ring to her. Any doubts in this shloka? Yeah. Please, can someone read?
Can I read?
Can I?
Can I read, Anna?
Yeah, Hema. Yeah,
Anna, can I read?
Can I read, Anna?
yeah. Hema, please read the shloka.
Yes. गते तु रावणे सीतां प्रलपन्तीं समारुतिः उक्त्वा रामस्य वृत्तान्तं प्रददौ चाङ्गुलीयकम्.
Very good. So we will finish it with the next shloka. We'll go into the next shloka, like the 10th shloka after this, in the next class. Okay. Tat samadaya vaidehi vilapya cha bhrisham punah chudamanim dadau tasya kare sa maruteh priyam. Sandhis.
There is no sandhi.
Very good. There is no sandhi in this shloka. Tat samadaya vaidehi vilapya cha bhrisham punah chudamanim dadau tasya kare sa marutehe priyam. There is no sandhi in this shloka. We'll directly go into the pada parishaya. Tat tattetani tad shabda nipumsakalinga pada. Samadaya.
Ramayana.
Samadaya is Lyabantavyaya. Sam is the upasarga there. Adaya is the Adaya is the, so the entire thing Samadaya is, so actually Adaya is Lyabantavyaya. To that also you have added another upasarga called Sam. So that is Dadati is the root word. When you add the upasarga A, you get the Lyabantavyaya Adaya. To that they have added another upasarga called Sam. So Samadaya itself is again a Lyabantavyaya pada. Vaidehi is similar to Nadi. Again, why is she called Vaidehi? We've already discussed this in the 4th shloka. So since she was born in the...
Because Janaka's name is called Videha.
Yeah, so Vidarbha or Videha Rajya. Hence, she is born in that place, so she is called Vaidehi. Vilapya.
Having
So what is it?
eloped.
Very good. It's again a Lyabantavyaya. V is the upasarga there. Lapati is the root word. So Lapati, V if you add the upasarga, Vilapya. Cha avyayam. Brisham is also an avyayam. Punaha is also an avyayam. Chudamanim.
Phalam.
Is it phalam?
Phalam.
It is kavim. Chudamanihi. Kavihi kavi kavayah. Kavim kavi kavin. Chudamanim. Ikaranta hari or kavi shabda. Harim or kavim. Dvitiya vibhakti ekvachanam. Dado, as we have discussed in the previous shloka, it is litlakara for da dhatu. Prathama purusha ekvachana. Tasya is sahatote tasya tayoho tesham. Shashti vibhakti. Kare is similar to which one? Is it phale? Is it rame? Or is it any other word?
It's Rame, I think. Because
It is similar to Gate in the previous shloka.
No. So kare is similar to rame. Karaha is the word. Karaha is hand. So kare is similar to rame.
Pulinga Shabda.
Yeah. So it is saptami vibhakti ekvachana similar to rame. Sa is satetaha. Marutehe. Maruti vino. So marutehe is harehe, kavehe, anything. So shashti vibhakti or panchami vibhakti ekvachanam of ikaranta pullinga maruti shabda. Priyam. Is it phalam? Is it ramam?
It is phalam only.
it is Phalam.
Napumsakalinga Shabda.
You actually have both usages, but in this case, it is phalam. Okay. So tat samadaya. So what has happened till now? Hanuman has told Rama's story to Sita and he has given the ring. So now the continuation is like this. Tat samadaya vaidehi. Vaidehi tat sam adaya. So adaya. So dadati is to give. Adaya is to bring. Samadaya is to take. So when you add more upasargas to the same word also, the meaning can change or those rules apply. The rules of upasarga can apply. So dadati is to give. Adaya is to take or to take along with you. Adaya. So phalam adaya agachhami. I will take the fruit and come. So we are taking something with you. But samadaya is take it from someone else or taking it from someone. That is called samadaya. So tat samadaya. So what are we talking about tat here?
The ring.
Yeah. So again, this tat also indicates that anguli is a napumsakalinga pada. Tat they've used because anguliyakam is also napumsakalinga. Hence, tat Vaidehi tat samadaya. Having taken that ring, Vaidehi, that is Sita, vilapya cha bhrisham punah. Vilapya again. Lapati is to cry. Vilapati is again. Lapati is again. Yeah, to be sad. Vilapati is to cry even more or being grieved to a larger extent. So vilapati is upasarga is enhancing the same meaning. So lapati is to be sad. Vilapati is to be even more grieving. So vilapya, having grieved even more. Punah bhrisham. Punah again. Bhrisham is immediately. So immediately having gotten that ring, she again started crying. She again started weeping immediately. Bhrisham. The two in a very great manner. What did she do next? Priyam Marutehe Kare. Tasya Priyam. So Avala. So now she's done. Tasya Priyam Marutehe Kare. So Ava Priyavada. So now just because of this interaction between Hanuman and Sita. Now Sita looks at Hanuman as her own son, and Hanuman looks at Sita as her own mother. So she's there is a bond there. So that is why they use the word Priyam. So the most loved son, that is Hanuman. So what did she do? Priyam tasya Marutehe Kare. A Priyavada Marutiya Kayalli. Sorry. Yeah, okay.
She gives a Chudamani.
Yeah, so Priyavada a Marutiya Karadalli Kayalli. Chudamanim dadau. Chudamani she gave. So Chudamani is a hair ornament. So there are multiple stories about Chudamani. So one story is that Chudamani is like the ornament that is like that imparts respect to women. So Chudamani is what should always be worn by a woman, and that is the modern Chudamani is nothing but a clip or your hairband or your the rubber band that you use. So that is your Chudamani in the modern age. But actually in the previous, in those Ramayana, Mahabharata or any previous ages, Chudamani was the ornament that showed respect. So if a woman had to wear a Chudamani once she reaches a particular age, and whenever she comes out, outside her house or any place, she should always wear Chudamani. That Chudamani was what held the hair together, like your hairband or your whatever. So the Chudamani was, I know there are again multiple times when Chudamani was worn. There are multiple stories. One tells that once you reach a particular age, women should start wearing Chudamani. The other story is that once you are coronated as a queen or you marry, that is when you wear Chudamani. So whatever it is. So Chudamani shows respect. That is, women's respect is in the Chudamani. That is why even in Mahabharata, the first thing that happened is Draupadi, when before the Vastrapaharana, she was in her chambers. And usually that's what Chudamani is when you come out to the public. If you are within your house, you're free to not wear Chudamani. So since she was in the women's chambers, she did not wear Chudamani and she had left her hair flowing. And even before she could make an attempt to wear the Chudamani, because she was being brought to a sabha, she did not even have time to wear Chudamani because Dushyasana came and pulled her by the hair. That is again, she was not wearing Chudamani, which shows the disrespect being shown by the sabha, that is the Dyuta sabha, to Draupadi. So that is why Chudamani is very important. She giving Chudamani to Hanuman implies that she trusts Hanuman to that extent, because giving Chudamani to someone else is very a daring task. And if Sita is doing it, it means that she trusts Hanuman as her son, and Hanuman is also as caring about Sita as it is shown. So that is the importance of Chudamani that is shown here. So the meaning of this shloka is ವೈದೇಹಿಯು ಆ ಅಂಗುಲೀಯಕವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಪುನಃ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಅತ್ತು ನಂತರ ಪ್ರಿಯನಾದ ಹನುಮಂತನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನ ಚೂಡಾಮಣಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಳು. ಸೀತಾ, having taken the ring, again grieved a lot, then she gave her chudamani to the beloved Hanuman's in her beloved Hanuman's hands. Some Anvayartha goes like this: Vaidehi tat samadaya punah bhrisham cha vilapya sa priyam marutehe kare sa priyam tasya priyam marutehe kare chudamanim dadau. Vaidehi tat samadaya पुनः भृशं च विलप्य सा तस्य प्रियं मारुतेः करे चूडामणिं ददौ. So that is the meaning. Any doubts in the shlokas we discussed today from 5 to 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
No doubt.
Can you
Oh,
tell the
yeah, no
English
doubt.
meaning of the last shloka?
Yeah, the English meaning of the last shloka is, having taken the ring, Sita again started weeping greatly. Then Sita gave her chudamani to Hanuman, gave her chudamani into Hanuman's hands, or you can just write, she gave her chudamani to Hanuman. The thing is, if in English, if we use the, if you try to literally translate Priyam as beloved, it will, again impart some, negative meaning. So that's why I tried to remove beloved. So Priyam, that's what in Kannada or any regional languages, that is a beauty. Priyanada Maruti, the
Hindi Patra Radha.
We can say dear Hanuman, right?
Yeah, you can. Dear, correct. Dear you can use, but again, use it carefully so that in the context it does not seem too awkward. Yeah, please, can someone read this last shloka before we complete today's class?
Anna, can I read, Anna?
We'll give a chance to Jagannath. I think Jagannath has not read. Or Jayashri, anyone?
No.
Jayashri, Kusuma, Jagannath.
Can I?
Yeah, please.
It's shloka,
9th shloka.
तत्समादाय वैदेही विलप्य च भृशं पुनः चूडामणिं ददौ तस्य करे सा मारुतेः प्रियम्.
Very good. So with that, we will conclude today's class. So we will probably be able to complete the entire Ramadantya Sundarakanda after, in the next class. Probably next class. So should we go to Panchatantra Kathamukam next, or should we do another poetry before another prose?
Anna, I have a question in the last shloka.
In the last shloka we discussed today? Yeah.
Is Brisham an avyaya?
Yes, Brisham is an avyaya. Brisham, Punaha, both of them are avyayas.
What is the meaning of Brisham?
So Brisham is, something like immediately, quickly, like once she got the ring, she immediately started grieving again. Punaha, again she started grieving.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you want to go to another poetry section, Brahmastavaha or something like that, or do you want to finish another prose, another lesson?
Anna, can you take Panchatantra Kathamukam?
Anna, lesson.
So we'll do Panchatantra Kathamukam in the next class, then? Like after the Ramadantya ends?
Yes, Anna.
Okay, fine. One more thing. So what you can understand, by just reading these 9 shlokas, you don't even have to end this Ramadantya Sundarakanda. So what you can understand is, the first shloka, it explains about Hanuman still in India, in the southern point of India, saluting people. And it ends with him starting to jump. But in the second shloka, you've already seen that he has killed, he has, met Mainaka, he has, met Surasa, he has killed Simhika, and has already reached the Sagara, the other end of the Mahasagara. In the third shloka, if you read, he has already defeated Lankidi, he has already entered Lanka, and he has already seen Ravana. In the fourth shloka, he has already gone into Ashokavana, he has already seen a lady looking similar to Sita. Fifth shloka, he's inside a tree in his miniature form. I didn't actually mention that. So Hanuman, after entering Lanka, the first thing he does is he becomes smaller in size so that he's out of any demon's eyes. So that is understood. So in the sixth shloka, again, Ravana has already come. He's asked, he's asking Sita to marry. And in the sixth shloka, she tells no, and he goes away. So as you can see, the story is going at a very fast pace. That is why this Ramadantya Sundarakanda, in the 14 shlokas that you have in the book, they covered the entire Sundarakanda. So as you can understand, this is not Valmiki Ramayana at all, because first thing, if it was Valmiki Ramayana, if they just taken some shlokas, you would surely not have this continuity. because if you take shlokas from the middle, you'll always have the discontinuity. So this is from a different author who has written a concised Ramayana, Sundarakanda particularly. So what I would request you is go through any book. So I'm not asking you to go through Valmiki Ramayana, but go through any book and try to understand Ramayana, Valmiki's Ramayana. And as it is told, I did actually even mention this important shloka also. Sundare Sundari Sita Sundare Sundaro Kapihi. That is the beauty of Ramayana Sundarakanda. Do you know, first of all, the meaning why this particular kanda is called Sundarakanda? Because again, Balakanda tells you about the Balyatva, that is the childhood of Rama. Then it is Ayodhya Kanda because Rama has come back to Ayodhya and he's nearly ruling. He's about to rule Ayodhya. And Aranya Kanda because they're in Vanavasa. Then it is Kishkinda Kanda because they're in Kishkinda. Then you have Yuddha Kanda because it is a war. Uttara Kanda is the second half. So Uttara is the second half. So Uttara Kanda is the second half of Ramayana. But why is this particular Kanda called Sundara Kanda?
Because it's in the garden, it's in that garden, right?
In the Ashokavanam.
Ashokavan.
Okay. So you're telling that since Ashokavana is a beautiful place, this is called Sundara Kanda.
No, it is because the Lanka was a beautiful city, I think.
Okay, so yeah, that's all. So the thing is, see, the Kavis like Valmiki, Vyasa, Kalidasa, they are great not just because they wrote beautiful works. They wrote works which are free for interpretation. So you can tell it is Sundarakanda because Sundara, Lanka is a beautiful place. Someone else can tell Ashokavana is a beautiful place. So it is open to introspection, open to your own perspectives. So I want to know your perspective of why this particular Kanda is called Sundarakanda. So we have got one answer, that is Ashokavana was beautiful. Then we have one more answer, that is Lanka itself was beautiful. Can you come up with more answers? So we have around how many participants today? We have 13 participants. So I can expect.
Because Hanuman is good.
Okay, very good. So Hanuman is good. So you're telling Sukala means good.
Sita is also beautiful.
Yeah, so Sita is beautiful, okay. But you could have had Ayodhya Kanda itself as Sundarakanda. So anything from Ayodhya Kanda till Yuddha Kanda could have been Sundarakanda because Sita was everywhere. Okay.
No, in Sundarakanda, many things are beautiful. Like right from Hanuman to Sita to whatever has happened in Sundarakanda is beautiful. So that is why it is called Sundarakanda.
Okay, very good. Then?
Anna, is it because like in the journey of
Anna, Hanuman was called Sundara.
Wait. Someone else was answering. Yeah, please. Okay, if you can.
Is it because like in the journey of Hanuman to Lanka, like he met many people and he freed their curses?
Okay, so yeah.
Anna, because he saw Sita.
Okay.
Anna, Hanuman was called Sundara.
Okay.
No, this is
We'll try.
so in the entire story
Father.
from Aranyakanda till I think the first time Sita is hearing about the news of Rama.
Anna, Rama and Hanuman met in Sundarakanda, so I think it is named.
So Sundar, they met in Kishkinda Kanda. So Kishkinda Kanda is the Kanda when Hanuman and Rama first met. That is after Sita is kidnapped. That is when in Kishkinda Kanda they meet.
Anna.
Yeah.
Anna, Hanuman was called as Sundara by his mother and father.
So any other answers, or should I directly jump into the answer?
One more thing I would like to say is in Sundarakanda, see, in all the other kandas, Rama is taken as the main character of description.
Very good.
But in Sundarakanda, it is the others other than Rama.
Okay, very good.
Like
very
Rama, like Sita or Hanuman, Ravana.
Hanuman is taken as.
Yeah, very good perspective. Yeah, good. That's also a very nice way to see it. So yeah, that's what, as I've told you, this, the name is open to introspection. It's open to your imagination. But the more commonly considered reason is, as Ananya already mentioned, Sundara. It's not just Hanuman was called Sundara by his parents. If you open Amarakosha, Kapi has synonyms like Sundara. So Sundara is it's a Paryaya Pada for Kapi. And since the main protagonist of this entire Kanda, so again, the final answer is the assimilation of what all of you have told. So the synonym of Kapi is Sundara, and he's the main protagonist here. Hence, instead of naming it as Hanuman Kanda or Maruti Kanda or Kapi Kanda, why not make it Sundara Kanda? And the second reason is the most beautiful descriptions of any thing written by Valmiki come in Sundarakanda. Like any vivid, because again, whatever you have seen now, Ayodhya is described in a very short way, because in the Balakanda and in Ayodhya Kanda, and again, very few descriptions. And in Vanakanda, you don't have anything to describe. You just have, of course, but again, actually, if you open a proper Aranyakanda written by Valmiki, there is a description of Chitrakuta. And that is a very beautiful description written by Valmiki, wherein he describes why that place is chosen, and what is the beauty. As Panchavati, there were 5 Vatavrakshas at the center of which they had built their small hut. So whatever, and there were waterfalls, and there is a different 10 different types of pushpas for doing puja every day. So again, Valmiki Ramayana, if you take the Mula Grantha and read, the beauty of description by Valmiki, he's the Adi Kavi, first time to write a poem, but still the poetic greatness is innumerable. So again, I know the description is very beautiful in that. And the second best description, if you come across, is in Kishkinda Kanda. So in Kishkinda Kanda, you know that Vali is defeated by Sugriva, like of course by the help of Rama. So after that, Sugriva is coronated to be the king. What happens is there is a deal, like understanding between Sugriva and Rama, that I will help you win over your kingdom, but you should help me with the search of Sita. But what happens is after the coronation, Sugriva forgets his duties and he starts enjoying his life as a king, and he forgets the help to be given to Rama. So what happens is Sugriva is enjoying, and Lakshmana is very irritated because Rama is now grieving, because he is in no decision, he's in no mindset to take decisions or think about anything else. So he's grieving, thinking about Sita. Lakshmana is he cannot bear this sight, so he goes and barges into Sugriva's palace and he shouts at Sugriva. But the problem that happens in the period of time is when Sugriva understands that he has done a mistake and he should start helping Rama. That is the time when rainy season starts. So Varsha Samaya, that particular part in Kishkinda Kanda is called Varsha Samaya. And that Varsha Samaya, because it's a rainy season, so people can't, the Vanaras can't go out because it is raining so torrentially, and it's difficult to identify your path because some roads may be fully flooded, so you can't find a proper route. That is why they have to postpone the search till the Varsha Samaya ends. And that Varsha Samaya is when Rama's grief reaches the pinnacle. It reaches a point where he is not even doing anything. He's just thinking about Sita and he's describing the Varsha Samaya. He's relating himself to the Varsha Samaya. So that again, that beautiful description of Varsha Kala in Kishkinda is the next beautiful thing that you'll find. But the best description of entire Ramayana is in Sundarakanda, because first thing, Hanuman, his greatness is not known till then. So his greatness is brought out in Sundarakanda. Second thing, you have so many beautiful things. So Lanka's beauty is immeasurable. That is why the beauty of Lanka is also described. Hence it is again Sundarakanda. In that Lanka, the most beautiful place is Ashokavana. That is also described. And again, that beautiful place is lit from the flames, like by Hanuman with the fire on his tail. That sight itself is another beauty to the people here. That is Hanuman's followers, like Rama's followers, Hanuman's the people who came with Hanuman. For them, they have not seen Lanka till then. But for them, the sight of seeing Lanka burning, and for them to see Hanuman coming back safely with good news, that is the beauty. Hence, Sundarakanda is the name at various levels, starting from the synonym of Kapi till the beauty of Lanka, beauty of Sita again, because if you read the original Ramayana, Hanuman describes Sita. That is also a beautiful description. So for innumerable reasons, for several beautiful reasons, this is called beautiful Kanda, Sundarakanda. So I would suggest you, at least, because even if you read, if you go through any place, the more common Parayana done for Ramayana is mainly Sundarakanda, because it is so beautiful, and it is told that if you read Sundarakanda, you have the essence of entire Ramayana. Because as I've told, in the previous one of the classes, I had asked you about the longest possible sentence of "Who are you?" that I have mentioned Hanuman's, telling who I am with respect to Rama. So in this entire Sundarakanda, you describe Rama, you describe Sita, you describe Hanuman, you describe so many people, Sugriva, Vali. So many descriptions have come. That is why this is beautiful. And hence, I would at least request you to read, if not the Mula Grantha, the complete story. Any story written by anyone, but read the complete story of Sundarakanda, and it is very beautiful. So that is why I just wanted to take some time to describe. So this should have been done in the first class, but since we had to start, I just took this time to tell you why it is Sundara Kanda. So please go through, and we will continue with the remaining shlokas in the next class. And probably we can come up with some good shlokas, like we can discuss some good points at the end of the lesson as well. Okay, so with that we will conclude today's class. I'll stop this sharing. Yeah. Gururev gatihi gurumev bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guroh paramam shishurasmi guror matirasti gurau mama pahi guru. Ram Ram Ram.